Howdy, hi. It is Dear Job Sports MLB Rundown, picks and predictions for Friday, August 15th, 2025. We're looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, got to recap the previous day's results. On the day, we go 6-4, bringing our season record to 509 and 473. I'm going to recap these games real quick, then we'll get on to the picks for tomorrow. All right, so we started off the day really hot, and then the final two games of the night we go 1-3 in. But overall, still a positive day, so can't complain. First game, it was the Baltimore Orioles at home against the Seattle Mariners. This one featured a 2.5-hour rain delay, so not the most ideal considering the starting pitcher Tomoyuki Sagano was absolutely rolling, but then he got taken out due to the rain delay. Mariners mounted a comeback. They actually out-hit the Orioles 8-4, but they lose the ball game 5-3. The Orioles, they scored on a wild pitch. They scored separately on a stolen base to home, a Jeremiah Jackson single, a double, and a sac fly. That is it. Those are all the runs. Mariners got a Julio Rodriguez home run, and then a Randy Arozarena sac fly as well. So final score 5-3, Orioles win. Mariners lose the series. Their next game is tomorrow at the New York Mets. I will be betting them what I'm assuming is every single game in that series. Hopefully the Mariners are never laying a number. If they're a dog every single time, I'm 100% backing the Mariners every single game. So we'll see what happens. Next game, Guardians -125, over 7.5 runs. I don't know what's going on, but whenever we have Tanner Bybee on the mound, we just score a bajillion runs. Tanner Bybee didn't even pitch well. 5 2/3, 5 hits. Technically 2 earned because there was an error where 2 runs scored. Debatable. It probably should have been 3 earned runs because he did not pitch well. But the Guardians win the game 9-4. Guardians 9 runs on 10 hits. What if I told you Austin Hedges went 2 for 3 with an RBI? I didn't think that was possible. Austin Hedges is hitting 140, 128 on the season. And this motherfucker went 2 of 3. Absolutely ridiculous. Jose Ramirez, 3 for 4. He's just the GOAT, the absolute GOAT. Put him in your MVP ballot. He should win. Forget Aaron Judge. Forget anyone else. Give it to Jose. He deserves it. Next game, we have the Toronto Blue Jays, Chicago Cubs, under 8.5 runs. This one hits with ease. Final score 2-1. Pitchers duel. Matthew Boyd gets credited with the loss, even though he went 7 innings of 2-hit, 2-earned baseball. Max Scherzer picks up the win for the Blue Jays. 7 innings, 5 hits, and 1 earned. Chicago Cubs actually out-hit the Blue Jays 6-3. They just couldn't score with anyone on base. Shout out to Kyle Tucker, who went 0 of 13 in this series. You suck. They paid you a lot of money to come to Chicago, and you have been ass cheeks. 18 homers this season compared to 62 RBIs and 74 strikeouts. Buddy, you are no good. You're definitely worse than Jose. Final game, Detroit, Minnesota, under 7.5 runs. Dude, the Twins should have won this ball game. Bottom of the 10th inning, you have a guy on third base. 1 out. You go strikeout. You then lose in the 11 innings because you don't score a single run in extra innings. This is why you are 57-64 on the year. You suck. Our losers, we had the Cubs -105. They out-hit the Blue Jays. They just couldn't score when they got in scoring position. 2 times this game, they had first and second with no one out. They did not score. Twins +175 should have hit. They can't score when they have guys on base in the extra innings. Rockies, we lose both. The only game of the day where we lose both of them. Had them on the money line at +145. No bueno. Had the over 11.5. What if I told you the Diamondbacks and the Rockies both had the same number of hits? They both had 9. But the Diamondbacks score 8 and the Rockies score 2. That is probably another reason why you're 56 games below 500. 56. That is not very good. All right, that's how I go 6-4. That brings our season record to 509 and 473. Let's get on to the games for tomorrow. All right, first game of the night. It is the Texas Rangers on the road at the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm going to take the Rangers, laying a number, -120. Also going to rock the under, 7.5 run. Should be a pitcher's duel here. Jacob deGrom has been fantastic this year. Chris Bassett been on and off, but this is more so me fading the Blue Jays' hitting abilities currently. Their series against the Cubs, they scored 2, they scored 1, and they scored 5. Against quality pitchers, they only scored 1 and 2. They're just not hitting the ball right now. They went on that hot streak about 2 or 3 weeks ago where they won seemingly every single game they played, scoring a bajillion. But right now, they really haven't been hitting. Even their series against the Dodgers, they scored 1, they scored 1, they scored 5. So when they play good pitchers like Jacob deGrom, they've been struggling. The Rangers, they haven't been hitting the baseball all season. They're coming off of a series loss versus the Diamondbacks. They lost 7-6, 3-2, and 6-4. Just look at the lineup. Jock Peterson is hitting 160 as your cleanup guy. Adolis Garcia just got put on the IL. That's not going to help them score any runs. Yes, I am also taking this team -120, even though I am currently shit-talking them. I more so like the under in this game. Jacob deGrom's been great. The Rangers can't score. The Blue Jays can't score. I think the under is fantastic. Give me the Rangers winning this game 3-1 off of a Jonah Heim double, which scores 2 in the bottom of the 4th. No, he wouldn't bat in the 4th. In the bottom of the 2nd. Yep, give me that. Next game, Cardinals. Give me them at home, +115 on the money line. I am fading every single Yankees team in the history of existence because they keep on losing. Also, give me the over of 8.5 runs. Pitching for the New York Yankees, it is Luis Gil. He's 0-1 with a 7.27 ERA. He's only made 2 starts since returning from injury. He went 3 innings in his first outing against the Marlins, giving up 5 hits and 5 earned. He went 5 innings in his second outing, giving up 6 hits and 2 earned to the Astros. Andre Pallante, 6-9 with a 4.95 ERA. Probably the definition of inconsistency this year. Although recently he's been consistently ass, giving up 6 runs to Chicago, 2 to San Diego, 5 to Colorado, 6 to Arizona. It just goes on and on and on. But every once in a while, he'll throw in a random gem, like on July 28th against the Marlins, where he went 7 innings of 1 hit, 0 earned baseball. Even with that said, though, inconsistent, I don't care. This Yankees team is horrible. They are coming off of a home series loss against the Twins. If I can pull it up. Why did I scroll all the way to the bottom? Hello? 1 sec, I'm an idiot. Oh, no, they beat the Twins. Sorry. They won 2 out of 3. They lost the previous series to the Astros. They lost the series before that to the Rangers. They got swept the series before that by the Marlins. So they've lost 3 out of their last 4 series. They now hit the road. This is their first of 2 road series, 1 at the Cardinals, 1 at the Rays. I just don't think they're any good. This Cardinals team, if they want any chance in the NL to make a wild card spot, they got to get on a roll. They're 61-61. You win 2 out of 3 of these series, or you sweep the Yankees. That makes a massive difference, and maybe, just maybe, you can catch the Mets. So I will take the Cardinals. I will take the over. All right, next game we got. This one should also be quite obvious. We're fading the Mets because they've lost 13 out of their last 15 games. Give me the Mariners +100 on the road. I could have laid the Texas Rangers number. I would have taken -120 with the Mariners. So the fact I can get them at +100 is a gift. Also, give me the over 8.5 runs. Mariners, Luis Castillo on the mound, 8-6 with a 3.19 ERA. Really doesn't matter who was pitching. You could have brought Cliff Lee out of retirement and put him on this Mariner squad, and I would have chose him. Why I chose Cliff Lee, I don't know. I just kind of went for an old Indians pitcher, and that's who came to mind. He's going up against Sean Manaea, 1-1 with a 4.33 ERA. This is me just fading the Mets team, who has been absolutely abysmal. They're coming off of a home series loss to the Braves. They won the first game 13-5. They lost the second game 11-6 after having a 6-0 lead. They lose the final game of the series 4-3 as their bullpen gives up 2 in the top of the 8th. This team is mentally broken. They are absolutely done. They now have a half-game lead over the Reds. You flash back a month and a half, 2 months ago, they were the best team in baseball, with a 4 or 5 game lead over the Phillies in the division. They're now almost out of the playoffs. This team is horrible. Nobody can get on base when it matters. They only hit solo shot home runs. The bottom half of the lineup is egregious. You have Cedric Mullins, who hasn't done anything since joining the squad. I don't know who Ronnie Mauricio even is. Brett Beatty, horrible. Alvarez I actually like. He's one of the few catchers in the league who can actually hit. But nobody gets on base, and then all they do is hit solo shots. You're not going to win a baseball game like that. Give me the Mariners. They're the better team. They have the better pitching staff. They have the better bullpen. The Mets are horrible. That's it. They suck. Next game, I'm going to take the Red Sox -1.5 to +120. I'm going to take the over, 8.5 runs. I was actually watching the Guardians game when Tom Hamilton gave me the idea. I should fade the Marlins tomorrow. This is a rough travel spot. They're coming off of a game ending pretty late on the East Coast in Cleveland. Miami just wrapped up the series there. They then immediately have to catch a flight to Boston to play a Red Sox team who is coming off of an off day, and they have Lucas Giolito on the mound. I don't think this is going to go well for Miami. They have Sandy Alcantara on the mound, former Cy Young winner, although this year he looks like he should be in AAA. 6-11, 6.55 ERA. Going up against Lucas Giolito, who is slowly looking like the Red Sox ace. You could argue Garrett Crochet, maybe. Red Sox team's really good. They've been playing good baseball. Now they're finally back at home after a long road trip. One thing I will say about this Miami team, they're calling up a bunch of guys who are absolute freaks at the plate. May I turn your attention to Jacob Marcy, who absolutely just torched my Cleveland Guardians. I think this dude had 7 RBIs in one game, and he was just promoted to the majors. So if there is one thing that scares me, it's that dude. So I'm going to take the over here. I think the Red Sox should be able to put up 6 or 7. Hopefully Miami gets 2 or 3. We call it good. I hit the run line and my over. All right, final game. I do not have a line on whatever the Twins' money line is, but whatever it comes out at, I'm taking it. I don't love Jose Uranium, 0-0 with a 4.97 ERA, but I'm telling you, this Tigers team is ridiculously lucky in how they've been winning games. They have not been pitching well or playing well. They're just playing horrible baseball teams and getting away with it way too many times. The White Sox series, they won 2-1. They lost 9-6. They won 1-0. This first game of the Twins series, which is a 4-game series, they won 4-3 because the Twins couldn't score in the bottom of the 10th or the bottom of the 11th. They got out-hit by Minnesota. They just got lucky as all hell. This is slightly biased because I'm a Guardians fan, but I really just don't think this Tigers team is that good. Look at their lineup. Look at it again. And look at it one more time. Are you concerned with anybody in that lineup? On a personal level, I am not. Not at all. This Twins team, I like Buxton. I like Brooks Lee, even though I currently don't have him in here because I haven't been starting him. They're also bringing up good young talent. Luke Keeschel, he's solid, hitting 386. Royce Lewis still has not hit a home run in the Twins ballpark. Heard that state today when I was listening to the, I think, bottom of the 10th inning and he was up. Shocking. But either way, give me the Twins money line. This Tigers team is not good. I'm fading Charlie Morton. He got rocked in his previous start. Fade the old man. Give me the Twins. Give me the over. All right, that is going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button. I am only like 30 subs away from 11,000, so pretty cool. All right, that's it. I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace.